Most of us, we fall into the trap of ignorance. Not ignorance of facts and subjects, but ignorance of our own selves. And as a result, we make wrong decisions and we repeat the same mistakes over and over again. And that cost us a lot. And I'm here to talk to you about self-awareness, which is a destroyer of self-ignorance. We are not only what we think about ourselves, but what other people think about us. Most of us, we live in the denial of what other people think about us. But what other people think about us is another truth about ourselves. Though we are told not to worry about what people think or say about us, but we should not ignore what other people think or say about us. Because you might look at yourself as a 9-figure, but actually you are a 6-figure. And that's why I recommend everyone to take what I call 360-degree evaluation. This is an evaluation where you rate yourself on a range of specific behaviors and traits and compare that with what other people rate you on the same scale, and then observe the gap. And that gap represents the best self-evaluation you could ever find anywhere. Leaders lose self-awareness as you grow into the organizational ladder or the promotional ladder, or as you grow into big positions or you assume bigger positions, you lose self-awareness. Because people lose the courage to tell you about your own quirks when you hold a bigger position. So leaders at higher positions, when they grow bigger or on higher ranks, they lose self-awareness because people don't have the courage to tell them the truth about them. We tend to have selective forgetting of what is unflattering to us and recalling things that are admirable to us. So we like to forget things we don't like and remember things we like. And things that was said bad about us, we don't want to remember it. But things that was said good about us, we always want to remember them. And that's why some of the truths about us, we don't agree with it just because we don't like it. Some of the things that was said about us are true, but it's just that we don't like them. And people, as a result, people may forget the truth about themselves just because they don't like it. Acknowledging and knowing what other people say or think about you will enable you to color what you think about yourself. Because what you think about yourself is the black and white of yourself. But when you acknowledge and know what other people are saying about you, you are now coloring and giving a color to what you think about yourself. And that's how you have a better picture of who you are. One way or the other, we respond to what other people think or say about us. And especially because of what I call the mirror image. Because I become what I think you think I am. And one way or the other, we respond to what other people think we are. So one way or the other, we respond to what people think or say about us. You know yourself better sometimes by telling your own story to other people. So selecting someone you trust and telling your own story to that person will enable you to hear what other people hear about you. And that will give you a better knowledge of yourself. So you can create some group of trustworthy friends or some even people you need to know, a group you can create where you can really share your own story, hear yourself, and that will give you another perspective of who you are, and then you can know yourself better. Because the most important target for everyone is to have that self-clarity, and that will give you the framework for adjustment, for development, and for growth. When you really know yourself, that's when you can really adjust and put yourself at the right place. And self-awareness is what everyone needs, and that's why I recommend everyone to take what we call the 360-degree evaluation, where you ask people around you, your friends, your colleagues, your associates, your relatives, people that you mingle with, and you ask them to rate you on a range of these specific behaviors and traits, and observe that what you have rated yourself and what these people have rated about you on these behaviors or traits, whether there is consistency or not. And that would enable you to see the gap between what you think of yourself and what other people around you think of yourself. So 360-degree evaluation will give you the report about what you yourself think of yourself and what other people think of you. And then you compare it on the same scale. So self-clarity can only be achieved by realizing what you don't notice about yourself, especially those things that you don't notice them. And I hope everyone in the early 2020, you'll be able to take that 360-degree self-evaluation and then compare with what you think of yourself and what other people think about you. And I'm sure everyone will see a discrepancy in some behaviors or trait about what they think of themselves and what other people think of them. And I wish you a blessed and prosperous 2020, and I look forward to hearing feedback about your 360-degree evaluations, and I would love to hear the feedback and the gaps you've identified, and I hope we will not forget about what people also think or say about us. Thank you.